This is how to make a supernova, and today we're going to dig deeper. A few months ago I made a video about how you can make this graveyard, and when I was in the building process I accidentally found a hatch in my bits box and I glued it on the project and it looked very cool. But when the video was on YouTube I thought it would be a cool idea to build something where the hatch is leading to, and I thought a mine would be a great idea. So let's build it. And this tower is not glued on purpose, so I can use it in other games as well. So the basic idea is to make 4 large pillars on all the corners, about 30 centimeters high, to support the whole graveyard. So there's going to be a pillar somewhere about here, another pillar in this corner, and here I want to make a larger wall. There's going to be a bridge here with a train track on it, also a train track somewhere around here with something like this. And I was thinking to make some kind of tunnel in this wall section, so this tunnel will be something like this. And on this pillar, but I'm not sure where exactly, is going to be some kind of a ladder to the upper platform, the graveyard. I started to give everything some texture, because right now it is way easier to do it before I glue anything on. So this will be the general idea. I'm going to do the same thing to all the other corners and then glue it together with some hot glue, so we have some basic structure to work from. When all the corners were in place, I started with the walls, and I really like this part of the project where I could use a bunch of leftovers from other builds I did. I'm using some hot glue to glue them together, and I'm not really precise, and I'm going for a bit of an organic look here. When all the walls were built, it was still very clear that it was just a bunch of foam blocks stacked together. So I took my hobby knife and made everything a lot smoother, trying to hide all the blocks. And when that was done, I took my hot foam carve thing, or whatever its name is, and I made a bunch of diagonal lines to hide all the blocks even more. This is the project so far and I'm already happy with the results, and I really like these mine shafts with this see-through hole or whatever you're going to call it. And the next step is to take some sculpture mold and put it all over the walls to get that nice rocky texture. But I also discovered that on the back I have this large flat surface I can do something with. So I'm thinking about making a hole here and inside the mountain something of a secret chamber. I'm thinking of a dungeon or maybe a temple or a ruin, something that is not part of the mine and our adventurers didn't discover yet. For my hidden room, I'm going to use these foam sheets, and to give everything some texture, I'm going to use this resin printed texture roller. Normally these rollers work great on something like clay or green stuff, but you can also use them on foam when you use some extra pressure. But there's another trick. Someone told me this in the video comments, that when you buy foam, it has a very shiny side. But when you cut them yourself, this one is cut with a hot wire cutter, or maybe better with your hobby knife, it isn't as shiny. I'm not sure why this one works and this one doesn't work as good, but I think it has something to do with the way they cut the foam in the factory. Here you can clearly see the difference. On the left you have the sheet with the factory cut, and on the right you have the recut sheet of foam. My friends, I hope you like this video so far, and if you do, please like and subscribe, because I have more awesome stuff I want to show you. Normally I would finish assembly first before I go to the painting, but when everything is built I cannot reach this room anymore, so I'm already going to paint it. First I am going to use some gray surface primer to make sure everything's got a nice base coat, and then I'm going back with some turquoise and some jade green. I had these failed prints laying around now for a while, and I think they can be great pillars for our secret room, and I'm going to paint them up the same way as the rest of the walls. But I'm very curious if some of you know what these actually are, and if you do, please let me know in the comment section below. With some wood I built some scaffolding for my mines. Balsa wood would be way better for anything like this. It's way softer and easier to work with, but this was the thing I had laying around. For the train tracks I made a bunch of foam blocks, and when that was done I used a copper brush to get some great wood texture really fast on all of them. I painted the whole thing with some foam safe spray paint and I'm very happy with the rocky texture, and later when I'm going to add some washes it will look great. But I have two problems right now. The first one is the floor. The floor is way too smooth, it doesn't have enough texture, so it doesn't really fit in with my mind feeling I'm going for. And the second one is that I need to paint the train tracks. I need to paint every individual plank. I need to paint them on top, on the front and the back, and also on the sides without touching the floor. And it's going to take way too much time, but I think I have a solution for both problems at the same time. The first thing I'm going to do is to use some spray paint and paint the train tracks black, and when the paint is dry I'm going to glue sand all over the floor and also between the planks. So I think that's going to save me some time and also give me a better project. I used 7 LEDs in this project, and because this build is quite large and hollow, it is very easy to hide all the wires. I glued the temple in, tested the LEDs and closed everything up. I made this wash with some cheap crafting paints and some water to get it the right consistency, and then it was time to just slap it on the project. I also used some darker washes to get some more interesting color mixes and some paper towel to wipe some of it away when it was just too dark. If you want to know more about building your own graveyard, I suggest you watch this video, or maybe this one is more interesting for you. See you next time.